There's the first flying lap for D-Max, hitting 2:10.563. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Chris Iljude is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on his first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the ACL TAR 69 Chevy Camaro's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping them up and hitting the road. It's like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear, or even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
D-Max has a best lap time of 5:31.236. Look at Puppy Dog from Hell taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
And there's Vical Hyper, easing out onto Riverside Long. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this out lap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
Jury U's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 2:06.619. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Watch as Puppy Dog from Hell takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything, the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Not Clinton Kakatan posted a 1:54.505 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? And off goes Puppy Dog from Hell, easing into the rhythm of Riverside Long. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Oi, these practices aren't just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
There are just over 30 minutes left in this practice session. D-Max crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 1:57.403. They're getting to grips with Riverside Long, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Puppy Dog from Hell is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what ACL TAR 70 Dodge Challenger has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
Cal Hyper's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine, first impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Jury U has a best lap time of 1:56.645. Sunrider's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 1:56.098. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
The Cal Hyper is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book that sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Riverside Long.
Alright, Chris Ilduke has put down a 5:36.869. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that ACL TAR 69 Chevy Camaro.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Vical Hyper is out there, taking it slow and steady on the outlap. This lap is like the calm before the storm, a moment of zen before pushing the limits.
That's right. It's about understanding the track's personality today, Each day, each lap can tell a different story, especially at a track like Riverside Lawn.
It's a bit like looking for water in the outback. These drivers are searching for that sweet rhythm, where everything just clicks.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you're unstoppable.
Couldn't have put it better. Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
Look at Mr. B taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
And there's Vical Hyper, easing out onto Riverside Long. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right. And every racer knows this outlap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
There's the first flying lap for Jury U, hitting 156.439. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Not Clinton Kakaden has a best lap time of 154.040. Watch as Vical Hyper takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tyres, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
D-Max posted 157.403 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Simon Barnett's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 159.786. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
With just 21 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. D-Max has a best lap time of 5:31.236. You ever think about what's ticking inside a driver's noggin during these laps?
All the time. It's a mix of analyzing, strategizing, and adapting. Every corner, every straight is a puzzle, and they're trying to solve it at full speed.
Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with: roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
DMAX's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 10:44.365. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
There's the first flying lap for Not Clinton Kakaden, hitting 153.555. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Alright, Jerry Yu has put down a 313.721. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that ACL TAR 68 Dodge D-Dart.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Jack M Team posted 154.813 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? D-Max crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 201.910. They're getting to grips with Riverside long, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
With just 17 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Jerry Yu's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 159.936. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a Barbie, you gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
Hey Hal, you reckon these drivers ever get tired of going round and round during practice?
Well, Rob, repetition is the key. Every lap gives you data, insights, and an edge over the competition.
Jury U posted a 202.303 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Not Clinton Kakaden has a best lap time of 1:53.555. Puppy Dog from Hell's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 201.109. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Alright, Not Clinton Kakaden has put down a 1:54.693. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that ACL TAR 70 Arcuda.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Look at Vikal Hyper go, they're really giving it some jandal now. The first flyer is always a bit of a reconnaissance mission, a mix of caution and raw pace.
You bet, Rob. They're mapping out the track, feeling out the grip levels, and getting a sense of how the car is performing today. It's a crucial lap for building confidence.
Not Clinton Kakaden posted 1:54.693 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Chris Ilduke crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 1:58.637. They're getting to grips with Riverside long, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
And away goes Mr. B, charging down S's like a bull at a gate. This lap's where they set the tone for the session.
Indeed, Rob. It's about laying down a marker, seeing how the car responds when they dial everything up to 11. They're testing the waters, but also setting their own benchmarks.
It's all about finding that sweet spot during these sessions, like tuning a didgeridoo, but way faster.
Haha, and a lot noisier. But you're right. In Indy, we fine-tune until it feels just right. Every lap here is a step towards perfection.
Not Clinton Kakatan's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 4:24.676. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Vical Hyper has a best lap time of 1:58.740. It's time to separate the contenders from the pretenders here at Riverside long, as the drivers reverend up their engines and put their skills to the test in the qualifying session. It's a dominant performance from Jack M team in this qualification session. They have shown exceptional form and are leading the way. Their confidence is shining through, and they are proving why they are considered one of the best in the business. Chris Ilduke has secured a respectable second in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Chris Ilduke's current position of second reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Currently in fifth, Simon Barnes has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Simon Barnes has done a fantastic job to claim fifth. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Impressive display by Not Clinton Kakatan, currently sitting in position 9. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Mr. B has put in a great effort and currently holds 8th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? It's an impressive showing by Not Clinton Kakatan, currently in 9th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Chris Ilduke has positioned themselves well in 9th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. A strong showing from Jack M team as they currently sit in 9th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Jack M team's current position of 9th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Jack M team has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Jury U has completed their outlap. Impressive work from Simon Barnes. Simon Barnes has completed their outlap. A solid qualifying performance by not Clinton Kakadin, positioning them in 8th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Not Clinton Kakadin has completed their outlap. Incredible drive by Vikal Hyper so far, earning him 5th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Vikal Hyper has positioned themselves impressively in 5th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
What a performance from Jury U. They currently occupy 3rd on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot?
Absolutely, Rob. Jorg U has shown great potential to secure 3rd. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Jury U has secured a respectable 4th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalise on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
I completely agree, Rob. Jorg U has positioned themselves impressively in 4th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing.
Jury U has just completed the lap in 1:57.397. Their best lap so far is 1:57.397, putting them in P4. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? A solid performance from Vikal Hyper as they currently hold position 4. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that Puppy Dog from Hell has completed their outlap. Impressive display by Jack M team, currently sitting in position 2. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Jackham team's current position of 2nd reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Sunrider has just completed a lap in 1:54.659. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. Jury U has positioned themselves well in 5th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Your U has done a fantastic...
It's a stellar performance from Jury U, clinching 4th.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure.
Currently in 7th, D-Max has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Sunrider has put in a great effort and currently holds 2nd. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Sunrider has positioned themselves well in 2nd. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
Impressive work from Jury U, who has claimed 4th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Your U's current position of 4th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Looks like Jury U is making a statement, securing a spot in 4th.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
A challenging session for Mr. B so far. They're currently in 11th position, which is not where they wanted to be. But in motorsport, we've seen remarkable comebacks, and they'll be hoping to turn their fortunes around and secure a better result. Mr. B has completed their outlap. A mesmerizing display from Not Clinton Kakaten in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors. Incredible drive by Jury U so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? What a fantastic showing from Not Clinton Kakaten in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Not Clinton Cockadon has been absolutely exceptional in this qualifying session. Their performance is a testament to their skill and determination.
Not Clinton Cockadon will be happy having put themselves into first in this qualifying session. And there goes Mr. B, currently in position 10. Mr. B has completed their first flying lap in 2:01.089. A solid qualifying performance by Vakal Hyper, positioning them in fifth at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. It's an impressive showing by Not Clinton Cockadon in qualifying. They have set the bar high, leading the way with their exceptional performance. It's a fantastic position to be in, and they will be looking to convert it into a strong race result.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Not Clinton Cockadon has asserted their authority on the track with their commanding performance. The gap between them and the rest of the field is quite significant.
D-Max has secured a respectable 7th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. DMAX has positioned themselves impressively in 7th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
A strong showing from Vakal Hyper as they currently sit in 5th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Absolutely, Rob. Vakal Hyper has shown great potential to secure 5th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
There's a real buzz in the air as Vakal Hyper secures 5th.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions.
Chris Ilduke has positioned themselves well in 6th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
You're spot on, Rob. Chris Ilduke's current position of 6th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
What an impressive performance from Not Clinton Cockadon. They are currently leading the pack in this qualification session, showing incredible pace and skill. It's a commanding position for them, and they have set the bar high for their competitors.
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Not Clinton Cockadon is currently in a dominant position, setting the standard for their rivals. Their consistent and impressive performance is setting them up for a strong starting position.
Disappointing performance from Raimo Pedersen in this qualifying session. Currently in 12th position, they'll need to dig deep and find some extra speed to climb up the leaderboard and secure a better starting position for the race. Currently in 6th, Chris Ilduke has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Simon Barnes has put in a great effort and currently holds 8th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Impressive display by Sunrider, currently sitting in position 2. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
Great analysis, Rob. Sunrider has shown excellent pace to secure 2nd. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Incredible drive by Sunrider so far, earning him second on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Riverside Long, as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Not Clinton Kakaten will lead the way from pole position.
But they will need to stay cool under pressure. If they can do that, they'll be in with a chance.
Sunrider is placed in second. We see Jack M Team sitting in the third spot.
Jack M Team will be taking no prisoners today.
Taking off from the fourth grid slot is the skilled driver, Jerry Yu. Securing the fifth place is Chris Ilduke. D-Max has qualified sixth. From the middle of the pack, we have Simon Barnes in seventh place on the starting grid.
We've not seen the best from Simon Barnes yet.
Starting from the ninth position, Puppy Dog from Hell will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win.
They've got the heart of a lion, and they won't back down from a challenge.
The 10th starting position belongs to Mr. B, who will be looking to make up ground early on. Starting from 11th on the grid is a bit of a mixed bag for Raimo Pedersen. The race has begun, full throttle ahead. This first lap is crucial, as drivers need to establish their position early on.
No, this is where the rubber meets the road. Them drivers gonna be hustling to snag the best spot.
You ain't kiddin', gotta be sharper than a hickory stick to come out clean on this stretch.
This first bit always got me on the edge of my seat. Bunch of cars all jumbled up, one little hiccup and it's lights out.
Yep, gotta keep your eyes peeled and your hands steady on that wheel. These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race. Raimo Pedersen must have had a rocket under their seat, because they've shot off the line like a missile. Well, ain't that a slice of vanilla? Chris Ilduke's sitting pretty right where they started, comfy as a koala in a eucalyptus tree. Raimo Pedersen's out for blood today. If they keep this up, the rest might as well pack up and head for the nearest pub.
Dang, that was a lightning fast start. But these races can be long. Gotta see if they can keep up that momentum.
showing the crows. Rimo Pedersen's off like a bull at a gate. That's how you bloody do it.
Well, butter my biscuit. Ramo Peterson is off to a roaring start. Now let's see if they can keep those wheels spinning.
As we enjoy seeing these titans of the track battle it out, let's not forget about the pit crews. Those guys and girls are like a well-oiled machine themselves.
Absolutely. They're the unsung heroes of the racing world. But you know what they say, behind every great driver is an even greater pit crew.
Mate, Sunrider's right up not Clint Onkokaten's chuff. As they zip through S's, we're all expecting some fireworks. It's an intense battle for position as Jack M team tries to outmaneuver Jerry U. This is edge of your seat racing. What a move. Jack M team has moved up to third. Buckle up. Rimo Pedersen is all over Jerry U like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? A great pass for Rimo Pedersen as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Jerry U has lost ground.
Yes, but Ramo Petersen can't rest on their laurels. They have to keep pushing to consolidate their position.
A great moment for Rimo Pedersen, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
I tell ya, Ramo Petersen's hotter than a peppered pickle right now. Bold and spicy, claiming third like a champ.
Wow, it's a close race for third. Rimo Pedersen is ahead with Jack M team driving their tail with a gap of only 0.7 seconds. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
This battle between Sunrider and not Clinton Cockadon is so intense, you could cut the tension with a knife, or should I say, with a front wing.
Blimey, Sunrider's shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to first just like that.
Dang, if Sunrider keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to first.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Sunrider acquaints themselves with a new perspective at second. Oi, Sunrider's really making not Clinton Cockadon work for it.
It's going to come down to who wants it more.
The intensity is off the charts as Jack M team hounds Rimo Pedersen, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit. Alright, hold your horses. Not Clinton Cockadon is really putting the heat on Sunrider. If I were Sunrider, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
Should things go awry, not Clinton Cockadon and Sunrider might find themselves giving a whole new meaning to the term tandem drifting, though I doubt they'd enjoy it as much as the spectators.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Fair dinkum, Jerry U is getting a wriggle on. The gap to Jack M team is now down to a whisker at 0.4 seconds.
I've seen drivers fight G-forces, fatigue, and mental strain. But Jorg U is doing more than just enduring, they're thriving. Jack M team better check that rearview mirror.
Oh, this is getting intense. Jack M team is just behind Rimo Pedersen.
Jack M team is following Ramo Petersen so closely, they could start charging them rent for occupying the same space on the track.
The best laid plans of mice and men are hell, but it's certainly not going to plan for not Clinton Cockadon right now as they are struggling to keep up with Sunrider. An impressive showing from not Clinton Cockadon, who has gained positions and left Sunrider in the dust.
This race is heating up faster than a Barbie in summer. Not Clinton Cockadon's got that winning glint.
Not Clinton Cockadon is placed first at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Sunrider, who is 1.1 seconds behind.
In the dance of speed and power, not Clinton Cockadon is leading, and Sunrider's trying to catch the rhythm. But today, the tune's being set by the one in front.
Talk about intense. Jack M team is on Rimo Pedersen's bumper. We're in for a treat as they approach turn 6. Jack M Team appears to be losing ground on Raimo Pedersen. They will need to pick up the pace a bit as they head into turn 7A and see if they can get a good exit and gain some ground. This is a thrilling battle as D-Max edges closer to Jury U in their fight for P6. This is what it's all about, folks. Sunrider is in hot pursuit of Raimo Pedersen, who's just trying to stay ahead.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
The adrenaline is pumping as Mr. B gets within striking distance of Puppy Dog from Hell in their race for 8th. Raimo Pedersen wants to find a way round Sunrider. Raimo Pedersen is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace. Huge shout out to the admins at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
Oh, this is getting intense. Jack M Team is just a few car lengths behind Raimo Pedersen. Sunrider has the pedal to the metal chasing Raimo Pedersen. Sunrider just blitzed past Raimo Pedersen like they were standing still. DMAX is so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind. It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Chris Ilduke steal it from Simon Barnes?
Good lord. At this rate, Chris Ilduke's gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
We got a close battle as Raimo Pedersen closes in on Jack M Team. You know, Hal, I've always wondered, how do racing drivers stay so cool and collected under such immense pressure? Hold up a mo. Looks like not Clinton Kakaten forgot they weren't at Bondi Beach, taking a dive like that.
Well, butter my biscuit. Not Clinton Cockadon just did the hokey pokey right in the middle of the race.
Gee whiz, Raimo Pedersen is breathing down Jack M Team's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Jack M Team's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded. And Jack M Team is having to make the ACL TAR 68 Dodge D-Dart as wide as possible to try and keep Raimo Pedersen behind them. Jack M Team is off like a bride's nightie, leaving Raimo Pedersen huffing their exhaust fumes.
Yeah, Rob, Jack M Team is tearing up the tarmac, but can Raimo Pedersen dig deep and go hell for leather to catch up?
You know, back in Oz, we have a saying, flat out like a lizard drinking. That's exactly what Jack M Team is doing right now.
I've always wondered, what's that even mean? Lizards, drinks, racing? Y'all have a wild imagination down under.
It's a tense battle for position between Raimo Pedersen in 3rd and Jack M Team in 4. Raimo Pedersen is keeping Jack M Team at bay with a gap of 0.1 seconds.
Man, Raimo Pedersen's defense is tighter than a quarterback sneak in the final seconds.
Righto, and here, it's looking like a cricket bowler defending the last wicket. The action is non-stop as Jack M Team shadows Rimo Pedersen through every twist and turn, determined to claim third.
I remember being in a similar situation during my racing days. Jack M Team must stay focused and wait for the perfect opportunity to overtake.
The gap between Rimo Pedersen and Sunrider is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 0.8 seconds. Someone should tell Sunrider this ain't a Sunday drive. Rimo Pedersen's tearing up the track.
Where there's a will, there's a relative.
It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Fantastic move from Jack M Team, who has just gained a position. Hold up a mo, just like my hope in finding the one. Sunrider's direction seems a bit lost right now. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Jorg you to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Jury U gaining places and Sunrider losing them. It seems like Jack M Team is struggling. Their last lap time wasn't as good as Rimo Pedersen's.
I reckon Jack M Team's fiddling while Rome burns. Ramo Peterson's out there shaking and baking, putting on a show for us.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Mr. B is sniffing around Puppy Dog from hell like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 8th.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
It's like David versus Goliath out there. Mr. B just slung a stone and gained ground, while Puppy Dog from hell is left searching for footing.
Someone better check if Mr.
Hold on a second. By the looks of it, Chris Ilduke reckoned Riverside Long had a hidden shortcut. Too bad there isn't one.
I swear, Chris Ilduke's acting like they found Elvis off track. Spoiler. The king ain't there.
Here's some action. Puppy Dog from hell's tailgating Mr. B so close, it's like they're sharing the same set of wheels as they near turn 9. Puppy Dog from hell's giving it a red hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Mr. B. It's like chasing a roo on a motorbike. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. And Sunrider has just won the place from Jury U. Mate, I've heard the drivers talking about their car setups. It sounds more complicated than assembling an IKEA bookshelf.
You're not wrong. Back home, we just say it's like trying to line dance on a slippery floor. Takes a lot of tweaks and twists to get it right.
Hold on to your hats. Puppy Dog from hell is gunning for Mr. B. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? Crikey, Puppy Dog from hell is losing touch with Mr. B quicker than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Crikey, Puppy Dog from hell's moving up faster than a cold one disappears on a hot day. They've clinched 8th. Look at this, Sunrider is practically drafting off Vical Hyper. With the gap this small, turn 9 is going to be a real test.
At this rate, Sunrider and Vical Hyper are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Bloody oath, Sunrider is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Vical Hyper down to a scant 0.3 seconds. Big gains for Sunrider as they move up the field, leaving Vical Hyper behind. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? Vical Hyper is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Sunrider at the moment. Even though Jack M team is a fair— oh no, what's this? Blimey, Mr. B veered off the track like I veer away from commitment. Maybe they'll come back, unlike my ex.
Well, shoot, Mr. B's channeling me trying to park in the city. A complete disaster, but always a show.
With steely determination and laser focus, Jerry Yu is homing in on Vical Hyper. The battle lines are drawn. Jerry Yu is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Vical Hyper to 0.9 seconds.
This is what racing is all about. It's anyone's game at this point. Who will come out on top?
Someone's revved up after lunch. Jerry Yu's blitzed ahead, claiming fifth.
Man, if racing was a barbecue, Jorg Yu just threw down the spiciest ribs. Up to fifth and sizzling.
Wow, Vical Hyper is really pushing hard to catch up to Jerry Yu. There's blood in the water for fifth place.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Vical Hyper must be laser focused on Jorg Yu's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
The gap between Vical Hyper and Jerry Yu is widening. It's now up to 1.1 seconds. Blimey, Jack M team's determination reminds me of a kangaroo in a hopping contest.
Well, over here in the States, it's more like a squirrel chasing down its last nut before winter. Either way, it's entertaining to watch.
It's not going to plan for Jack M team. They are still behind Raimo Pedersen and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. It may seem like Mr. B is far behind, but Puppy Dog from Hell can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Mr. B an opening to catch up. It seems like Puppy Dog from Hell is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. While not Clinton Kakatan is not under immediate threat from Raimo Pedersen, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position.
That's very true, and Raimo Pedersen knows that as well. They have to drive their own race and wait for not Clinton Kakatan to make a mistake, if they want to have any chance of overtaking.
Tell ya what, DMAX is trailing harder than my belt after Christmas dinner. Reckon he's got a plan up his sleeve, or is he just here for the sausage sizzle? That won't be ideal for D-Max.
If DMAX is trying to embody my self-esteem during puberty with that swerve, spot on. Just spot on.
The gap between D-Max and Puppy Dog from Hell may be wide, but that doesn't mean D-Max is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
That's right, and Puppy Dog from Hell knows that they have to keep pushing hard and driving their own race. They can't let DMAX off the hook.
This is a tough break for D-Max. They've just lost P7 to Puppy Dog from Hell and they have their work cut out for them now.
It's a good old southern cook-off. Puppy Dog from Hell's serving up some spicy moves while DMAX is still marinating. Let's hope they bring the heat soon.
Would ya look at that gap? Chris Ilduke's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger.
It's going to be tough for Chris Ilduke, as DMAX seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Chris Ilduke pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
It's like not Clinton Kakatan has saved all their energy for this final stretch. What a win. This is a historic moment for not Clinton Kakatan, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
You can see the sheer determination on not Clinton Kakatan's face as they take the win. That's the mark of a true champion, folks.
Impressive second place finish for Raimo Pedersen. Excellent focus from Jack M team to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Finishing 4th and 5th is Sunrider and Jury U. Vical Hyper claims 6th. In 7th, it's Puppy Dog from Hell. Simon Barnes brings home 8th. 9th is Mr. B. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Riverside Long, as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The calm before the storm. I don't know about you, Rob, but I can't wait to see who comes out on top of this one.
Starting in pole position gives Not Clinton Kakatan a clear advantage over the rest of the field. We're seeing Raimo Pedersen in the second spot. In the third position, we have Jack M Team ready to tackle the race ahead.
Let's see what Jack M Team can do.
Sunrider is going to be starting from 4th. The 5th position is occupied by Jury U.
A strong grid position, and they'll be expecting a solid result today.
Sitting in 6th is Vical Hyper.
Expect some battling with Jorg U.
As the engines roar to life, Puppy Dog from Hell prepares to take off from the 7th position on the starting grid.
Another mid-pack start for Puppy Dog from Hell.
Starting from 8th on the grid is a good position for Simon Barnes to launch an attack.
Simon Barnes will have wanted a better start than 8th.
Mr. B will be looking to gain ground quickly as they start from 9th on the grid. On the 10th grid slot we have D-Max. Chris Ilduke has got their work cut out for them starting from 11th on the grid. Truth, they're off, and what a ripper of a start. Talk about having a kangaroo loose in the top paddock.
Staying out of trouble in these early moments is crucial. It's a fine line between pushing hard and staying safe.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Riverside Lawn. This is going to be good to watch.
Brilliant to see such a full grid here today.
A good old-fashioned southern standoff. That's what Sunrider's doing. Holding their ground, and sometimes that's the best strategy in the early laps.
There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is looking to get off to a good start. As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. Stone the Crows. Vical Hyper's taken off like a mad kookaburra. Reckon the others are wondering where that bolt came from.
I tell ya, that's the kind of move that'll turn heads. Let's hope they don't bite off more than they can chew.
Talk about getting the jump. Vical Hyper's thrown down the gauntlet and shown the pack what's what.
Phew, Vical Hyper's got some fire in their belly today, but let's hope they don't burn out too soon.
Jury U's got Vical Hyper breathing down their neck so close, you'd think they're trying to steal their lunch money. Remember those school days, mate? Oh wait, I never had lunch money. It's a game of inches now as Chris Ilduke tails Puppy Dog from Hell closely, ready to capitalise on any mistake.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Chris Ilduke gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
Looks like DMAX's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now.
Oh, for sure. It's like watching a cooking show where DMAX is trying to whip up a winning dish, but Simon Barnes keeps hiding the main ingredient.
Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for D-Max, lagging behind Simon Barnes and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. You know, the way these racers manage their fuel is an art in itself. Reminds me of when I'm trying to eke out the last bit of sauce from a Vegemite jar.
Vegemite again? Man, I'd rather run on empty. But yeah, getting that fuel strategy right is like pacing yourself at a southern buffet. Go too hard too fast, and you won't make it to the pecan pie.
Things are getting spicy as Raimo Pedersen is breathing down Not Clinton Picadden's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
If Raimo Pedersen gets any closer, they might as well ask Not Clinton Pocketon for a piggyback ride.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Chris Duke is right behind Puppy Dog from Hell, keeping the pressure on for 7th place. Now that's how it's done. Chris Duke ribs through the track, while Puppy Dog from Hell watches the taillights fade. Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners, it's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
Haha, I bet they were. But things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
Raimo Pedersen seems to be putting the pressure on not Clinton Kakaden.
To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared to dabble in the boundary of disaster.
It's not coming up roses for Raimo Pedersen. They're trailing not Clinton Kakaden and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Mate, I've always thought choosing a tyre compound is breaking news, folks. It's pedal to the metal for Raimo Pedersen, while not Clinton Kakaden is still flipping through the radio channels.
Yes, but they have to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. Raimo Pedersen needs to stay focused and keep driving with skill and determination.
Seems like not Clinton Kakaden is getting in range of Jack M Team. Well, that was a proper Barbie flip by Chris Duke. Too much snagger, not enough bun. Things are heating up as Jack M Team closes in on Raimo Pedersen. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
If Jack M Team gets any closer to Raimo Pedersen, they'll need to start sending out wedding invitations.
Oh my, the Cal Hyper is hot on the tail of Jury U. As they come into turn 9, I'm sure they may have a cheeky peek up the inside.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? The Cal Hyper or your U? This is high-stakes racing.
Oh, talk about a tango on tarmac. Jack M Team is dancing closer and closer to Raimo Pedersen. You can feel the tension as they approach S's.
This is where the mental game comes into play. Who will keep their cool under pressure? Jack M Team or Raimo Pedersen? It's anyone's race.
Not much room to breathe for Cal Hyper with Sunrider trailing so close. I reckon we'll see a move soon, especially at S's.
The only thing closer than Sunrider to Cal Hyper right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
An impressive showing from Sunrider, who has gained positions and left Cal Hyper in the dust. These drivers, top-notch athletes. It's not just about being quick. They've got stamina, reflexes, and they've got to think faster than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Sorry to interrupt here, but, oh, Cal Hyper went off track. I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend. It's a close race between not Clinton Kakaden and Raimo Pedersen in first. Not Clinton Kakaden's on the back foot here, struggling to keep up with Raimo Pedersen like a dingo after a roadrunner. The crowd is on its feet as Jack M Team chases down not Clinton Kakaden through turn 9.
Y'all see that? Jack M Team's right on not Clinton Kakaden's tail, and with the gap narrowing, turn 9 is going to be crucial.
Blimey, Sunrider is closing in on Jury U like they owe them money. This duel is going to light up turn 9.
It's a thrilling battle for position as these two drivers give it their all. Who will come out on top? This is racing at its finest.
Superb driving from Sunrider, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Yes, Sunrider is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
Stone the Crows. Sunriders managed to trim that gap with Jury U, eh? Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down their beard.
Sunrider's suspension setup's really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to your U like molasses in winter.
It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for not Clinton Kakaden. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
The gap between Chris Ilduke and Mr. B is razor thin as they vie for 8th in this nail-biting contest.
Watch out now. Chris Ilduke's edging ever closer to Mr. B. They'll be wheel to wheel by the time they reach turn 7A.
Looks like we might have a great battle starting here between Mr. B in 8th and Chris Ilduke. It's been tense with a gap of only 1.3 seconds.
I tell you what, Mr. B is putting on a clinic out there. Protecting that spot like it's the last piece of Mama's fried.
Wait, well, crikey. Simon Barnes has taken a detour, just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage.
Riverside long is always a test for these drivers, and sometimes that's the way it goes.
Would ya look at that? Jack M Team's thrown down the gauntlet. Not Clinton Kakaden. You gonna pick that up or just admire the view from behind?
Jackham Team's driving like they stole something, and that something is not Clinton Kakaden's dignity. Ouch.
The drivers are showing their mettle today. It's a privilege to witness their skill on this challenging track.
The stakes have never been higher. This is a battle of skill and nerves.
That's right. These drivers are really pushing themselves to the limit, and it's incredible to see the level of focus and determination they're bringing to the track.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of courage to compete at this level, and these drivers have it in spades. Let's hope they can keep it up and give us a race to remember.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Sunrider is right on the heels of Jerry U, and we're in for a wild ride. It's looking good for Sunrider, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Jerry U.
Talk about turbocharged ambition. Sunrider's got the afterburners on full blast today.
No room for error here. Vical Hyper is breathing down the neck of Jerry U, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. I reckon. Oh no, what's this? Oi.
Is it just me or?
Nah, mate, Puppy Dog from Hell really just took the scenic route through the outback of Riverside Long. Crikey.
Hot diggity. If Puppy Dog from Hell had a banjo, they'd be strumming a sad tune right about now.
Well, blow me down. Jack M Team's lap time just gave not Clinton Kakaden a cheeky slap on the rear. Bet that left a mark.
Well, I'll be. Jackham Team's burning rubber like they're late for a hoedown. Not Clinton Kakaden's got their work cut out for them.
Hold on to your stubbies. Vical Hyper is closing in on Jerry U like a bachelor at the end of a buck's night. Hope Jerry U either brought some lube or protection.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Vical Hyper's making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on your U.
Vical Hyper's falling behind Jerry U at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. Alright, hold your horses. Chris Ilduke is really putting the heat on Puppy Dog from Hell. If I were Puppy Dog from Hell, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. Every move counts now as Vical Hyper works to reel in Jerry U and overtake for P5. Now isn't this a show? Chris Ilduke's gotten the bit between their teeth and they're reeling in Puppy Dog from Hell. Look at him weave and bob through turn 7A, folks.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Chris Duck is putting the pressure on Puppy Dog from hell. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with...
Wait, maybe Jury U's got a drop bear in the cockpit, cause that move was bonkers. Crikey, that overtake by Jack M Team was smoother than a coldie on a hot summer day.
Well, from what I've seen on the oval tracks, that's how the big leagues play. But I gotta admit, this is next level.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
You know what they say, keep your friends close, and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Chris Duck is taking that advice to heart today.
Jury U is in the pits. Whoa there, Chris Duke is sticking to Mr. B like glue. You reckon Mr. B's feeling the pressure? Cause I sure would. The gap between Jury U and Mr. B is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Jury U to bring Mr. B into play. Struth. If Chris Duke gets any closer to Mr. B, they'll be asking to share a meat pie. Watch them duel it out at S's.
A misjudgment by either driver could result in a close encounter of the tire barrier kind, and that's one handshake they'll want to avoid.
Whoa, Chris Duke's on fire, leaving skid marks and Mr. B's hopes behind. Struth, Jack M Team's lap time slower than a roo with a limp. Wonder if they've had a few too many frothies last night? Not Clinton Cockadden's not waiting around to find out.
It will be interesting to see if not Clinton Cockadden can keep outpacing Jack M Team.
Look at that, Mr. B is hot on the tail of Chris Duke. Strike a light, Mr. B is throwing out numbers like they're buying rounds at the pub. Chris Duke, did that sting a bit? This race is getting even more intense. The drivers are pushing each other to the limit.
It's like they're playing a game of chicken, but with cars. And the winner gets to take home the checkered flag and bragging rights.
Ha ha, that's one way to put it. These drivers have to be in top physical and mental shape to compete at this level.
It's like they're training for the Olympics. And like you said, the mental fortitude required to stay focused and alert for the entire race is wild.
I think I need a nap just watching them. It's a battle of wills out there, with Chris Duke. Hold on a moment, Chris Duke has decided to pit. If cars could sweat, Jack M Team's rear view would be a bloody waterfall right now. Close racing this. Buckle up Hal, not Clinton Cockadden, is cutting into Jack M Team's lead like a hot knife through butter. It's now down to 2.9 seconds.
Can they keep them behind him? Let's see.
It looks like Mr. B is pushing hard to catch up to D-Max. The gap is over a second, but Mr. B is not giving up just yet. Can they close the distance and make a move on D-Max? Even though D-Max is a fair way behind Jury U, they can't afford to let their guard down. Jury U is still vulnerable to mistakes.
If this was a game of beach cricket, D-Max be still waiting for their turn to bat. Yord U's got a good lead on them.
Like a dingo on the chase, D-Max is hounding Jury U and the gap's now just 2.9 seconds.
This is where the pressure really starts to mount on Yord U. They need to stay focused and not make any mistakes.
Remember the days when manual gear shifting was the norm? It's all so computerized and sleek now.
Oh, the memories. But I must admit, I do admire the finesse of today's paddle.
Stop the press. Blimey, Mr. B's just thrown another shrimp on the barbie of mishaps. This one's burned. Mr. B is placed 8th at the moment. Tell ya what, Raimo Pedersen's defending harder than a roux with the last Tim Tam. Jack M team's gonna have to pull something special out of the bag. It looks like Jack M team is starting to catch up to Raimo Pedersen. The gap is now down to 2.5 seconds.
Raimo Pedersen's gotta turn on the afterburners if they want to keep Jack M team in check.
Oh mate, Sunrider's more out of place than a vegan at a Bunnings sausage sizzle. Time to throw another gear on the barbie.
Lordy, it's like Sunrider's driving with a boot full of moonshine. I haven't seen a gap that big since Uncle Jeb lost his front teeth.
While Raimo Pedersen is not under immediate threat from Jack M team, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position. Things are starting to get tense as Jack M team manages to close the gap to Raimo Pedersen. It's now down to 1.8 seconds.
Will Raimo Pedersen keep Jack M team in the rearview? Only time will tell.
It looks like Raimo Pedersen, the leader, has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Raimo Pedersen. What a fantastic race from Jack M team, who brings it home in second place.
Brilliant. Jack M team showed great skill and determination to take second place.
Well done to Not Clinton Kakaden for securing third place on the podium.
Great job bringing it home.
With Sunrider, Mr. B, and Simon Barnes in 4th, 8th, and 9th. Coming in 5th, we have Vikal Hyper. Followed by Jury U in 6th. 7th sees D-Max.